There are a couple ways to tie floss. I will show you two knots. The first one is a simple loop. Fold a long piece of floss in half. Tie the loop around your fingers and simply place the loop through. If you did it correctly, it should allow tightening, and it should untie itself when you pull strongly on both ends. The second one is a bit trickier to tie. It's called the double loop. You start the same as with the simple loop. You proceed by placing your index finger and thumb through the loop and pinch around both ends of the floss. You now have a double loop, but you need to repeat the same motion again. Now you've got a secure double loop. The advantage to the double loop is that it can be tightened with one hand with a simple back and forth motion. The disadvantage is that it's double in thickness. The knot will also undo itself if you pull strongly on both hands. So now that we know how to prepare the knot, let's go on the intro or application. I suggest leaving the loop longer so that you can floss the tighter contacts easier than with a tiny loop. The most important part when you start tightening it is that the floss is below the equator. That's the easiest if your assistant holds it there with a flat instrument. By moving the knot a bit left and right while tightening it, you will push it further down. And now the same thing from the parallel view. We keep the floss under the equator with the help of a flat instrument and tighten it slowly. By moving the knot left and right, we will push it further down. The ends of the floss can be tied to the frame if needed, and that will sometimes add retraction. If not, we can just trim it short. This is the easiest way to tie it. Just make a simple knot and tighten it. Your assistant will help that it won't untie during the tying itself. The double loop is basically the same, but you can tighten it with one hand. A longer loop will help you get through the contacts more easily. Again, a flat instrument helps the floss to go as low as possible. We won't tie the floss to the frame this time, but just cut it short. We can use scissors or a number 12 scalpel blade for that. Removing the floss is easiest with a pair of sharp scissors or a number 12 scalpel blade.